All right, there's still plenty more to come on the show, but plenty more to come on the weekend as well. We look ahead to the opening day. Racing to Win returns this weekend as well. Brett Davis and Paul Lally will join me. It'll be available on the website on Sunday night as we look ahead to the 10-race programme. Of course, the big race being the HK SAR Chief Executives Cup race that Seasons Bloom won last year. We're going to concentrate, though, on Chongfa now, the new racecourse which is opened up in mainland China. Facilities, I haven't actually been there yet, John, myself, but they just look out of this world.
Yes, it's world class. Nothing left to whatever you say. I was up there for the opening. It was day before. We had horses out, and the next morning we had horses galloping on great surfaces there. I would have to say, from my point of view, that I've seen no better, facility on the whole planet. The rehab, the forge, the veterinary hospital would have to be the most modern in the world. So from the point of view of what it's got to offer, I think all trainers should be looking to put horses up there, and also for the reason for the good air and the quietness of the place. As Neil pointed out earlier on, we could see a lot of horses with fresh legs and coming back to Hong Kong to race and regaining that lost form.
Yeah. You haven't actually ridden up there yet, though, Neil, but you visited as well.
I went up there at the end of last season, and I was blown away by what I saw, facility-wise, and, you kind of go on the beaten track a bit, and then you arrive at these big gates and you go in, and then when you get toured around it, I think even certain parts of it are just bigger than most places, even just like John says, like the veterinary clinic is bigger than half the stables here. Right. And I think the most important thing is that it's very clean, it's very clean air for them, and it's, the environment is really good, the surface is good, and you've got a lot of different, with the uphill gallop, which we've never had before, the spelling paddocks down below in the valley, so there's something like in a natural environment for a horse.
John, you've got 3 horses running this weekend that have been up there trialling. They'll travel down on Friday. Midnight Rattler, Green Card and Sea Pearl. Was there a particular reason you chose those horses? Are those part of the team?
Well, I thought they, at the back end of last season, Midnight Rattler especially had just sort of trained off, and I thought that Gong Wao was the perfect environment to sort of revitalise him and fresh legs. So it will be very interesting to see him and also Green Card, who can really mix his form, whether they can just be revitalised by being up there and just coming in like, a lot of our horses do in Australia or even Europe, just float them in and they have a run and just back to the great environments, and they do so well on the track. So, but I'm expecting they will do that. It will take time for owners to get confidence in Gong Wao, but once they see horses coming out of there and winning, a lot of races, the facility will be set.
Exciting times ahead as far as Chongfa is concerned. Exciting for new jockeys as well joining the ranks. Callan Murray is back. He's been here for a short stint before, but the new boy in town is Grant van Neerkerk. We can hear from him now.
Well, Grant, welcome to Hong Kong. You've been here for a few weeks and lead up to the new season. What are your first impressions of racing and life here in Hong Kong?
Yeah, thank you so much. Obviously, thanks to the Jockey Club first and foremost for having me here. It's been a tough road for me, but I'm glad I got in. And obviously, landing here, when you get off the flight, the humidity hits you quite a bit. But I really enjoy it. Obviously, it's the jet lag first couple of nights got me really bad, but yeah, it seemed to be rolling. You mentioned the barrier trials. There were barrier trials here on Saturday night, but before that there was a big running race that you were involved in. Can you just talk us through the concluding stages of that race? I was hoping you don't ask that question, but I think I should have been in the race quite comfortably, but I was being a bit cheeky. I looked around and obviously our legs we touched each other, and obviously I landed quite badly, but it was all good and fun, But it's yeah, I could win that. My partner Derek wasn't too happy with me at first, but it happens.
Let's talk about yourself and your riding background. in South Africa. You've had a big season, close up to the top as far as prize money goes, terrific strike rate. You've won big races on the likes of Snowdowns, our Susanna. Are you coming here to Hong Kong in the best form of your career, do you think?
Yeah, my previous season was certainly the best season I've had to date. So I'm coming with good form, but obviously the competitiveness it's going to be different. There's a lot of good riders here, and obviously racing twice a week. So I think there's 20 odd jockeys here at the moment, and obviously can only be one winner. So the competitiveness is going to be tough, but I think if I just keep on pushing and trying to get the best ride I can possibly get, I'll be competitive too.
You're used to being in a competitive environment, though, being from Cape Town, which is renowned for its competitive nature in South Africa. From a career progression point of view, though, was that the next natural step up for you to come to Hong Kong, which is renowned for its competitive nature on the world stage?
Yeah, look, 100%. I think most jockeys, or every jockey, always want to better themselves, and for me it felt like I needed to, to just move a step up, because I feel I'm ready for it, and I'm ready for new challenges, and it's obviously a great experience. Whether I'll be successful or not, the experience still counts. So, but this is a chance that I sort of have to grasp and grab with both my hands and make the most of it, because chances like this can only come once in a lifetime.
And coming here as well too, you're on a 6-month licence, takes you to February. Are you looking at then heading back to South Africa after then, or would you like to be a permanent fixture on the riding ranks here?
I would like to stay as long as I can. Obviously it has been a big ambition of mine to ride in Hong Kong for as long as possible. So if I do well, please God, yeah, I'll just try to stay as long as I can and try to be as successful as I can.
And just finally, have you set yourself any targets for your time here?
No targets so far. Just I'll see how I go. I'll race with a clear mind and see how the jockeys are here. And obviously after that, if everything works well, then if I see I'm doing well enough to stay, then I'll set my target. But for now, I just want to get through the beginning stages and do the best I can.
Okay, well, wish you all the best. Thanks for your time this morning, Grant. And hopefully we see you in the winner's circle over there on plenty of occasions.
Thank you so much.
His first ride on Sunday is actually for the first season trainer as well, Jimmy Ting. But Neil, he's a good jockey, obviously. He wouldn't be here if he wasn't. But what are the challenges that face someone coming in for their first stint?
I think when you come in here, it's irrelevant what you've done in your previous country. Obviously, if you've been sourced in by the jockey club, it means that you're good enough to be here. But coming here, you can't come here with the mindset that, listen, I'm a top jockey, I come from my country and I've ridden this amount of Group 1 winners. Nobody cares, nobody knows. The one thing I did when I first came here was I treated it as, because it had been a long time since any English or Irish jockey had come here. It was like 10 years nearly. And it was something that fascinated me, that I wanted to push myself to be that next one, to get to that level. And I came in like I just come out of my claim. I just came in, I said, right, I'm an apprentice, I'm in the top ranks now, I have to treat it like that and just get down as if I'm starting all over again. And that's what I done. So, but everybody's different, everybody has a different character, mentality. You've just got to come in and work hard and just don't think you're somebody you're not.
Speaking of this season as well, have you set yourself a person? Do you do that at the start of the season, think I want to get to 40, 50 winners or 75?
Look, obviously, my previous best the season before last was 47. I finished third in the table, and that's where I want to be. I want to be up there. So I don't say, look, I want to ride 50 winners. Obviously, I want to better myself every time I come back every season, and I want to prove myself to the big trainers. So to be able to get on some big horses in the big races, which is what I love. I love riding in the big races.
All right. Well, speaking of big races, John, is your chequebook a little bit thinner after the summer off? You've got some nice horses for the season ahead. It's
been a bit of a struggle in Europe because the trainers in Europe, once they hear Hong Kong, the prices go up quite dramatically. We bought a few out of Europe. We're still lacking a PP from Europe with respect to Derby aspirations. We still have 2 in the stable, as everybody knows. Solid Patch, I will train him to go over ground and easy go, easy win. But we've still got the feelers out. George and I are still looking at all the big races, what is left in Europe. and what horses would really fit the racing scene here. But from Australia, no, we bought quite a few, and from Australia, and what 3-year-olds we brought up, following in John Sizer's footsteps, to put horses into Class 4 and win 3 or 4 if we're going to finish in the first 3 and in excess. I put a target for myself at 50 winners, in excess of 50, getting back to where we were in previous seasons. But it's been difficult buying the right horses due to the cost. You know, they just see us coming and dollar signs, you know, and the zeros go on to it. Neil knows just as well as I do because he knows what's coming out of the United Kingdom and Ireland, just to mention 2 countries. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do it. We've got the money, but we've still got to find the right.
Put your phone number up there across the bottom of the screen. One horse I wanted to ask you about, I'll say unlucky, whether that's the right word or not, but good standing. Because he looked a really nice prospect last year. And on top of him, is there another horse in the yard that you're hoping that's really going to...
You've actually picked the right horse.
Oh, have I?
Good standing. That when he ran 4th first up was Zach.
Yeah.
And we know he gets from 1,400 to 2,000. He's already done that. And then on the second run, we thought he'd win, right? And then he came out and he caught us off guard when he bled. And it was quite a profuse bleed. And I was devastated by it because, you know, the stable was really taken by the first run, and we said, we've got the right horse. So this season it has to be very careful training, and if I can convince the owner to send him up to Gong Wah for a little stint of the fresh air and whatever, but that's still in the cooking pot at the moment. Yeah. But you've picked the right horse, and I think he'll be a Group 1 horse, definitely.
What about yourself, Neil? A horse to follow for the season, or maybe this weekend?
Maybe good standing if I can get on him.
Well, there you go.
A Group 1 horse.
Definitely a Group 1 horse.
No, look, I think my most important immediate horse coming up is Rattan. You know, he was most impressive at the end of last season with me, winning by 4 lengths in an ultra-competitive Class 2. So he still stays in Class 2 at the moment. So I'm hoping he can take the next step. I went to see him yesterday in Richard's stable at his Bison, and he looks very well. He looks $1 million, and he looks like he's improved physically. And he's got a very good mind, the horse has. So he's trialled very well at the Carnival, and yeah, I'm pretty hopeful he can take the next step.
There's another horse that trialled well at the Carnival as well, and that was Montreal. Is also in the Sioux family colours as well. Yes, so I think they can have a big year. They did last year as well. All right, well, as far as the weekend is concerned, the opening day is on Sunday at Jeune. We are live trackside from 12:30 Hong Kong time. The HKSAR Chief Executive Cup is our feature race, a small field but packed with talent. And of course, you can follow us on Twitter at HKJC_racing. Now, it's not just horses and jockeys that join Hong Kong this season as well. We've also got a new race caller on the books as well. From New Zealand via Singapore, we say hello to Tom Wood.
A lot of great race callers have come through Hong Kong. Richard Hoyles, David Raphael, Darren Flindell, Brett Davis, who's here now. So some great race callers have come through Hong Kong. Never thought in my wildest dreams I'd end up here, but have been very fortunate to get here, and I think Singapore was a good stepping stone to that. Certainly looking forward to getting stuck in and calling it Happy Valley. Some of the finishes there can be unreal. I think you've really got to have your wits about you, and being part of the International Week here as well. Haven't been into an international meeting here yet, but looking forward to it. The Jockeys Challenge, and then the Sunday here. So yeah, really looking forward to it, but certainly looking forward to getting stuck into the calling at Happy Valley.
Yeah, and Tom will be part of the coverage on Sunday, but that's just about it's a good look on the weekend, guys. John, 5 runners, but very interested to see how those 3 from Chung Fa go.
Definitely. It will be very interesting, and I hope to put the first one on the board for the Gong Wah facility.
All right, and 4 for you, Neil, but Rattan, big watch on him.
Yes, Rattan, but I hope John's right,
Pearl
because
as well.
I see Pearl for John.
That's right.
So I hope that's a good call. So yeah, I've got 4 rides, but 4 decent rides. So
yeah. Well, a winner for John on the opening day could put you in good standing for the rest of the season.
Well,
it could.
That sounds
very, very sharp.
Well, there you go. That's the show. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we can count on your company again on Sunday for the first day of the new season. We're back at Jeune.